they actually have a fantastic coat without the rugs, and they're thriving on it. And one of the key ingredients of that is Precision. My name is Michael Orlandi. We're here at Starfield Stud. I'm the owner of Starfield Stud and also Compase Equine and Compase Stallions. Here at Starfield Stud we stand for stallions. We also provide a boarding facility. We have roan mares and foals on site as well. A healthy stallion varies to some degree. We've got Carroccio. He looks after himself very well. So even in the off season he might go, he'll nibble the grass, but he never puts on a huge amount of weight. You know, he always looks very well, he's always thriving. He's a stallion now, that probably eat the same amount all year round. Even if you want to feed him more during a busy covering season, he doesn't exactly absorb more, eat more. And then we have a stallion maybe like Smooth Daddy, and he'd live off rocks. He gets very fat very quick, and it's key that he doesn't get overly fat in the off season because you don't want to put too much pressure on him and trying to get the weight off him. And then we have horses, for example, like Galileo Chrome, Far Above, which were much different to them because they were coming to us straight off the racetrack. Far Above has an injury, so he was standing in for a period of time before he came to us. Galileo Chrome came off from Joseph Bryan from the hill. So they were coming from a different place where they weren't turned out, unlike Carroccio and Smooth Daddy beforehand. So we're trying to get them to adapt to the system we have here. For like new stallions like them, there was first season last year, teach them how to cover mares. So it's quite a stressful time for the stallions because they're a new environment. We're teaching them how to cover mares, and both stallions are very popular, so they had a lot of mares to cover. So you're trying to get as much into them as you can because it takes quite a lot out of them, especially stallion like Far Above. He was averaging 3-4 mares every day from the get-go. So he went from living in Newmarket, trained by James Tate, then suddenly he's living in a Starfield Stud, and he's kind of, his boots are filled with mares, and he has to not just adapt to covering mares, but also thrive while he's doing it. And so it was really important, a stallion like him, that we could get the feed into him. He absorbed the feed he was getting, and he thrived on it. And he was a stallion that it was key that he didn't lose condition because he was covering so many mares, and his season really did start at the start of February, and he covered into the middle of June. So he had quite a lot of mares to cover in that period of time. He averaged 140, or he covered 142 mares, but he averaged a huge number of mares in the month of February and March into the first half of April. Last spring, my vet, Paddy O'Reilly from Monaghan Equine Vets, suggested me to use a product called Precision Microbes. Paddy, by his general makeup, is a nice, friendly guy, charismatic guy, but he's a bit sceptical of these things, and I'd be the very same. I don't buy into lotion and potions too much. Some of it I think is voodoo medicine, but Paddy asked me to try this on a couple of scoury foals, and these weren't overly sick foals, but as you know, foals can pick up scour here or there for different reasons, and every year we would have a couple of foals with scour, and some more serious than others. But we tried the product, and surprise surprise, it actually worked on all the foals we had it on. And it's very rarely that something come out of the back of a vet car that would just work instantly 100%. And these foals were of different age and had different probably reasons why they had scour. Some were younger foals, others were just going through a stage. And a stage that they get tricky at is when they get scour late in their life, do you know what I mean, when they're a couple of months old. And the Precision worked. I also then used it on one of the stallions that was very busy that time. I was keen to get as much into him as I could, and I just thought this might help him. His droppings got a bit on the soft side without being loose, and I saw an improvement straight away with him. Then I took the view that it was the first year we were prepping a number of yearlings, and we had roughly 2 yearlings per sale in Tattersalls Ireland, Goff UK, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to see, was this a one-trick pony with the foals and scour? Did I just get lucky with the stallion? So I decided to, for every 2 yearlings, one of them were on a course of Precision from the start of the prep. And I did see a difference. Now, part of that's probably the regime, the prep itself, the exercise you're doing, so on and so forth. But saying that, our best sales results came from Precision. We sold yearlings extremely well above my expectations and market expectations, and we had no setbacks whatsoever, no issues in any way regarding maybe yearlings getting a bit stressy, a bit ulcery, etc. And so after that result, then we were selling a couple of foals in the foal sales. So we tried the foals on Precision. Of course, of that, again, I only saw it as a benefit. The foals thrived on it. Again, they sold well, and I've taken the view now, right or wrong, all the stallions are on Precision, all my weanlings are on Precision, and going forward, I like to think I put all my stock in Precision and treat it just as a feed supplement that goes with the feed on a daily basis. A, it's natural. B, it has worked for me. And C, the results are both physical, looking at the horse, but also in the sales ring. So we're winning both sides, and it gives me a lot of peace of mind, the fact it's natural. And I think, across the board, it'll benefit not just the stallions, the foals, the yearlings we sell, but also I think the mares and all livestock here at Starfield Stud. The future for Starfield Stud, we look forward to building up our stallion roster, increasing our broodmare band, continue selling winners and breeding winners, hopefully. We're increasing our numbers year on year, also increasing the quality. We're hoping to expand and maybe build a few more sheds and so on and so forth. But it's exciting times. We're growing year on year. The amount of mares we're covering is increasing year on year. Our clientele and our client base is growing year on year, and we couldn't do it without the breeders coming to us and the people coming by our yearlings and by our foals. So we're very fortunate to everyone who has supported us along the way, and we hope we can keep on kicking and keep on developing and growing.